Welcome to Smash Go, everybody.
Kyle's drunk still.
Fright shift. I'm still drunk.
And last episode, Kyle died for no explicable reason.
We have no idea
what happened. The game was like, you gotta carry on, stop drinking so much booze on the job, Daniel.
I'm like, literally, I wobble when I run right now. Okay.
There you go,
Oh, wow.
buddy.
I'm not drunk anymore.
Yay.
Interesting. But I bet you the guy is like right around the corner somewhere.
So, also last episode, Preston and I were going through, talking about, like, again. Zelda and Dark Souls and kind of comparing the two and everything. Like,
they're very different games, though, honestly. Like, they're similar in some ways, but they're also... They're similar... Oh.
Well, here's the thing. Like, what
you were after... Hold on, what was that? Just heard somebody speaking.
Whoa.
Can I come in? Nope, it won't budge.
You got a hammer. You got a hammer to lock, Kyle.
So what are you saying, Kyle?
Do you have any tools?
I mean, they're different. They're similar in some ways, but they're...
It's no use.
they're similar in, like, the exploration aspect, where you benefit from exploring and not necessarily, right. You know, you can go wherever you want, and plus you don't have to do it in a specific order.
Dude.
Plus pods.
Breaking boxes and things in that game is
yeah, but breaking boxes in Dark Souls doesn't always yield you something. Very rarely,
right,
in fact,
sure,
does it ever
But I'm just saying,
like,
I'm not saying that like they're the exact same game, but it is definitely a product of Zelda. Like whether you want to admit it or not, it is just like.
Hold on, sorry.
Dark Souls is just the Zelda is just the reason why we have games like Dark Souls.
Well, and also the combat
Dark Souls is the reason why we have games like Dark Souls?
Well, you got a bucket of tar. What is the tar?
That's what I was wondering.
Set something on fire? But, like, what I was gonna say is that the combat in Dark Souls is...
superior.
Well, like, it's superior because it was built on the original, like, this
concept.
The target.
You know, when I first started playing Dark Souls, you know, I hated the combat system because it was so different from everything else.
Right.
It's so different. It's so awkward
I
at first.
I was like, why isn't X to hit, homie? R1, like, is stupid.
Yeah.
Right bumper, this is stupid. Yeah. This is dumb. Why is it like this? This is so unintuitive. I'm just like, Kyle, millions of people disagree with you.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to make the point that, like, I don't actually know how to compare combat from a modern day RPG, because when I played Skyrim, which is like what everyone would refer to as like probably one of the biggest RPGs, probably like it's basically like the Call of Duty of RPGs. But when I played Skyrim, I never once used a sword.
Yeah, you just used the bow,
I went straight archery throughout that whole game and just cheap shot everything from long distance, pretty much.
Well, archery was just broke.
It was super broke in that game, and I just like, and plus I always play like an archer in RPGs, like that was just my trope. It's like I just wanted to be that useful sniper that could just like hang back and like you're like super necessary for like a paper RPG to have an archer, but like you don't need one. It's just like it makes bosses slightly easier.
Yeah, most definitely.
Wait a minute.
Kyle's trying to use his noodle.
Puzzles.
Henry Cornelius Agrippa.
But with Dark Souls, I've come to find out that its combat, like the idea for combat, is very similar to Z targeting.
He's saying something about the lever, though.
Just way more perfected.
Apparently, there's a way to fix the lever. Whoa!
It spikes there, buddy.
So gross, gas. I mean, there's probably a lot more rooms to explore, dude.
Well, I've tried to explore. There's nothing.
By me, I'm the next best thing. Alexander really won. Not as it's Johann Meyer. You never heard of Johann Meyer? My God.
Oh, God, excuse me. I sneezed because you mentioned Johann Meyer.
Or is it the world has forgotten him?
I don't know.
Huh. Neither do I. That's what he's saying. He's like, has the world forgotten Johann Meyer, or, you know?
Apparently.
Check here.
Like, what was I gonna say? It was interesting because Aaron in his video brings up the fact that Z targeting... Ooh, hammer on those? Can you bust him?
Nope.
Balls. He brings up in his video the idea of freaking the combat being, it takes you out of the exploration, and that the game, the way that it's played in the combat, the game should be more combat focused, but it isn't.
Okay.
Dark Souls is that concept embodied, whereas the game is mostly that.
Right.
Like, there's little to no dialogue.
Yep.
Except for, like, the main hub. Every so often, like, it doesn't take you into any glorious cutscene or anything whenever you engage someone in conversation.
No.
It doesn't do that. You're just sitting in a room. You can potentially walk away and ignore the person mid-conversation, too. Like, be like, I've heard this, excuse me. And just walk away.
Yeah, I love that
Because
freedom, honestly.
You're more interested in the fight. You're more interested in getting... And another freaking point. I'm sorry this is like an analysis of, like...
Games.
Well, not an analysis of games, but also just like fucking Ego Raptor, sequelitis. But thinking about it again, he brings some cool points there. Like I can see, having played Dark Souls a lot recently. There should be rooms in here.
What is that? I just heard the dude talking. He's like, "Who are you to question me?"
That'd be Alexander.
Might be.
Ooh, creepy. Oh, hello, darkness.
Hello, darkness, my friend.
Bitterbox. Well, what I was gonna say was, freaking shit. What was I gonna say?
Talking about Ego Raptor.
Yeah.
And it's good points that he brought up.
Well, one of the other things he brought up was the idea that the player wants to feel like they don't want to be like chauffeured and told what to do.
Right.
That isn't necessarily true. Like Dark Souls has that. Like they're like, oh, you're the Ashen champion.
Oh,
You
what
gotta.
the heck?
9th of August, 1839.
Ooh.
Stop.
You're the champion of Ash. You have to find the Lords of Cinder.
Right.
Something of a sane mind.
But like.
I did not
But they don't constantly remind you of that.
They don't.
They're just kind of like, yo,
servants bring one of the prisoners.
this is what you should do, but go out and kill things.
Right. Well,
Because that's what you want to do is kill and explore, right?
Yeah.
I feel like honestly, Skyrim did that way better than anybody.
You think so?
Yeah, because
Oh yeah.
because it was just like
Absolutely, I agree.
never beat the main story quest to Skyrim.
Neither did I.
Not once.
Well, actually, I did. But you can literally level up to like level 200
Right.
without ever touching the story.
Yeah,
You can
for
because
sure.
there's so much that game had like 60 hours of like extra content besides the main game.
Barely.
Well, the point I'm
It
bringing
was
up is
500 hours.
like
The game is so like. Also, it's my fault personally, but to make it feel slightly more realistic, even after I think I played like a solid 80 hours before. Like actually reading about fast travel and how it worked, like 80 hours into Skyrim without finding out about fast travel. But after I did, I still refused to use it because I felt like I lost like so much of the adventuring of the game. Like if I would just be like, cool, I can just start teleporting to all these areas that I've run to.
yeah, there is that sense. I
yeah.
like that sense of exploration and everything.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? It's interesting, like because you said you could just completely ignore the main story. What I was actually interested in is games that the story. But doing this would be more in line with like a paper RPG, like how Scotty does his games. He has an idea of where he wants the story to go and like the feeling. But for the most part, it's literally just where do you guys want to meet up at?
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I'm gonna give you a couple of like quests you could possibly do, and then those can lead into something.
Yeah.
There's not many games that really do that I can think of that come to mind. Most of the time, and that's what
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls doesn't do that either.
You don't feel like Dark Souls kind of like
No, because Dark Souls gives you. They tell you exactly what you need to do in the game in order to beat the game.
Okay.
Not really.
Well,
no, because like one of the things that I noticed about the game when I first started playing was I had no idea where to go. I had no idea what to do.
Sure.
You just explore.
They don't spoon feed it to you, but they tell you, hey, kill these Lords of Cinder. Like that's your main, the whole. Part
Yeah,
of the
you
game.
know that much,
right?
but you don't know
Exactly. That's what
anything
we're
else.
saying.
what I'm
Okay, I guess that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, and what I'm
you're
saying is games like the very first Zelda, you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
No,
You're just like,
not at all.
I'm a kid in a green suit, and there's a
Right.
cave. I guess I'll go in there. And
Yeah, and then like you're
'Cause
like
I don't know what to
in
do
the,
here.
Are you talking about the very first Zelda?
Yeah, very first
Oh yeah,
Zelda.
they give you nothing. They're just like, here's a world.
there's not really any, but you find out your goal is to collect the pieces of the Triforce and then
Right.
stop Ganon. Dark Souls kind of does that, but they still give you like the main
purpose.
Yeah, the purpose from the get go. They still like listen. You got to do this. Like the first Zelda was more akin to a paper RPG than anything.
For sure.
It'd be really cool to see like another modern game do that, where it's just like the developers don't tell you what you have to do. Like they're just like, listen, this is our game. This is like our combat and stuff. And then you go into the game not really knowing what the mission is, and you just like, okay, here's some weapons, and as you go, then you come across some like douchebag or something, and then you have the choice to go after that. It would be a huge like undertaking, but it'd be really cool. We could definitely do it at this point, where you come across I feel like sometimes video games are starting to get too movie-esque.
Okay.
Like, just straight up, like, Quantum Break. It straight up looks like summer blockbuster to me.
Oh, sure.
Even Horizon Zero Dawn.
Blockbuster,
that looks like just a blockbuster movie to me. They are moving into this cinematic Hollywood aspect that I'm not quite good with. That's why I like Dark Souls so much, is because they're like, kill these guys because... Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they don't tell you the consequences for that.
Yeah.
And that's why there's 4 different endings to the game, or 3. I don't fucking know.
I think it's 3, but
like, and that's the thing, because you don't know where your decisions are going to lead you.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and I think that's what they need to go back to, is that I agree with like Aaron in a sense in this video that games need to chill the fuck out. Like the developers need to be like, listen. I know you got a really great story that you want to tell, but like you need to try and think of a game where the player experiences the story for themselves instead of being told what to do. Like that's why I love paper RPGs so much, is because you never know what's going to fucking happen sometimes.
Well,
because your dice roll could totally change what happens.
Well, I want to make this point, which I think we've kind of gotten away from in video games in general, which. Right now, playing Amnesia, this is definitely a game of exploration, but you're also kind of set in a path.
Yes, it's this linear game.
But with Zelda, that game was also a game with exploration, but they included combat into it. Because this game has 0 combat, whereas, like, Dark Souls is, like, mostly combat, but exploration, and then, like, Zelda was, like, combat and exploration, Now, I think what would be interesting for games is to implement this exploration and Zelda, kind of do what Ocarina of Time did, where no matter where you go, nothing's leveling. I think leveling is what's hurting RPGs in a sense, because what's great is that you can get better at a game, don't get me wrong, and you can find new tools, and I think that's okay, but I think the fact that you can go to an area and get wrecked is what hurts the exploration part of a game. It's
because you can't go there yet because you're not high enough level.
I think maybe having stronger weapons is okay. I think if you were making a game, that could be an interesting way to do it, is the newer weapons you find make you better fighting the specific types of enemies.
So Zelda and S, because in Zelda it's just a number of hits, basically.
You never level anything ever. And I think that's what makes games interesting and allows you to go and go to new areas. But if you were to, which they make it slightly impossible for it to happen, but if you were to go to Lothric Castle at the beginning of Dark Souls, you would basically die from just walking into the area. I know that gives you your sense of accomplishment. Because you are leveling, you get a physical representation of look, this is how much better my guy is. But at the same time, I think it'd be interesting to be able to be okay, you have a wood shield and you're going against this new, how Zelda does it. You have a wood shield and you're fighting these enemies, which is appropriate.
And you're fighting a fire enemy
but
now.
If you were to leave the very first area somehow, if they made it this way, we're saying, full exploration. If you were to leave that area and then go run into Ganondorf, and he would just be obviously he would wreck the shit out of you. I feel that's an interesting way to level up, is the new equipment you find.
I honestly have no idea.
And I think that's why most people
wait.
Are
you trying to sacrifice something?
I was gonna try and maybe see.
I think that's why I've always enjoyed Zelda as a RPG, is because I'm not I don't have to grind over and over and over to find an item make myself stronger, which is cool in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
But like I have to find a new way to fight something, which is pretty interesting. And I think if they made a new game, I think I would like to see like obviously they're making a new Zelda, whatever. I'd like to see something that's more.
I honestly
not
got no
Zelda
idea what
lore
they do
and
here.
everything that kind of takes Zelda and makes it different.
I'm honestly stumped because every path ends and I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. Like every path just stops.
Poor Kyle, we're just completely
Right,
over
we're not
here.
helping Kyle at all.
Which I mean, it's fine.
We're
I'm just-
strictly here for conversation.
which is fine. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going right now because the game is like limiting where I can go and what I can do.
Have you gone to the area across from here?
Yes, that's
What's over there? I forget.
over there.
Yeah.
Here I'll just go.
Yeah, run over there, Kyle. Yeah. Sprint like a gazelle. A majestic gazelle that can be mauled to death by a ravenous beast at any moment.
With a hand arm.
With a hand arm.
However, though,
This area.
like most paper RPGs, you do get the whole like leveling up thing and learning
Suppose
new
there is more
skills. But like I said, like it'd be cool that if you could, like, I could start my RPG and be like basically it would be sweet if they started you in the middle rather than like put you in a corner and like that's how you explore is you kind of go out like this. They put you in the middle and
Rather than building it like a direct correlation, you're kind of just like there, and
Right.
then you can choose to go lower or
exactly, and then like you learn abilities and stuff that will help you with enemies in the future. You know what I mean? Like you'll speak to an NPC, and the NPC will explain to you like his adventure, pretty much. You know, and I think that would create an interesting dynamic for
What
a
is
video
that?
game.
Is that a bow and arrow? Yeah, no, it's
no,
a
that's
saw.
a saw.
It's a bone saw.
Bone saw is ready.
Mm.
$10.
No, I totally hear you. I just think it would. I love free roaming.
Yeah.
I've always wanted a game that just like lets you kind of. That's why I really enjoy. I love the fantasy, and I love the like ability to just kind of do what you want.
Right.
Like sometimes in a video game, I like to roleplay a little bit. I like to be like, I want to kind of settle down, raise a family, and then
Yeah.
when my family gets attacked by bandits or some shit, and then I get. Right. That's why I love RPGs so much because there's so much of that. You can do that.
I just don't think you'll ever get that from a video game.
Probably not, which is kind of
Because, I mean, we're almost there. Don't get me wrong. Like, I think like artificial intelligence is close. Like we have those things like Google Bot.
Yes, cook the meat.
I think we have things like Google Bot where you can go and you can talk to a random computer and they can answer you with stuff like that. But like, I want to get to the point where like I mean, they had original games where like it was basically just text and you could just talk to something and it'd be like you walk into a room and this is this and this and like it was like DOS based.
I just put the tar in there.
Wait, did you?
Yes. Tar is gone.
What the hell?
So
Oh, the tar is going to be used for putting the orb back together again when you found the pieces.
Okay, so I put the tar in there, but I can't.
You need to find the orb pieces.
There's no pieces to find, and I can't go anywhere else in the game.
Well, there are pieces to find. It's just we haven't found the right room yet.
I've been in every room in this area, dude.
Well, in
have you
this
tried
area.
backtracking?
Yes, I can't backtrack because the ladder broke.
Fish cow. Here we go. Fast forward.
Looks like the end of history as we know.
Been in here. This is where I came from.
The end of the world.
Thick liquid spread across his
That's an emo band, by the way, guys. Stupid.
I saw your rant on that.
It's not even really a rant. It's
No,
just
it's
like,
not. It's just like this is not emo bands.
like people keep like it didn't mind me that Homemade
There was-
tagged me in it because there's good songs. in it.
you're talking about that post.
Yeah, it didn't mind me that you tagged me in it, but it minds me that like people are
It mind
going
me.
like it minds me. That's what I said.
You mind?
I mind. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I am upset that people are commenting and posting this video that are like, oh my gosh, I used to listen to these songs all the time. I never really thought I was an emo kid. It's because you weren't. You were listening to alternative rock bands that had emotional songs.
Yep.
Like, sure, there's nothing wrong with that. Music is supposed to, like, make you feel... Ooh, okay, that was something. It's supposed to make you feel emotions.
Over here?
Just because, like, I can listen to a song that has 0 lyrics to it and cry. It doesn't mean I'm an emo kid. It means that the song, like, made me feel something.
Mm-hmm.
See, now I hear machinery right here.
Ooh, what's that up above you?
Did we explore this?
We did not.
This is the machinery that you were hearing. Can you jump and grab that thing? That's hanging? That dangles there?
It's something you can stop.
Can you stack a box to stand on it to jump into there?
Ooh, yeah, find a box, Kyle. Find a box.
Find a
Hold
box.
on. Hold on. Open instead. Open all the way. What?
Whoop! Whoop! Whoop!
What the heck are you doing?
Whoop! Whoop!
There you
Yeah.
Like,
There's plenty of boxes. Yes. It's a plethora of boxes.
Now we've found something to move forward.
Legos.
There you go.
Okay, Future Kyle, jump here. Boo! Yeah.
No, we're gonna jump sooner than that because we're talking about emo shit. Yeah, no, I just had because it was a bunch of songs that I listened to when I was young. Just like, oh my god, I was basically had a
Yeah, no, don't get
fit
me
of
wrong.
nostalgia because I'm like, oh, I love all these songs, most of them. I wasn't really a big fan of AFI.
can't actually go
No, I'm not a huge AFI fan. Matt was.
Hey, Miss Meta, can I?
They have like one song that was on the radio that I got into, but it might be in that video. I just couldn't finish the video because I was like, yeah, I know all these songs. Like, I don't have to watch.
Is there a cog missing that you need?
Tinker.
What was that?
Oh! Yeah, Kyle, you stuck your hand in there and it fixed everything.
Yeah, interesting.
Now pull the switch.
And give me a second chance. But so does Alexander.
Can you hit
That's
the
why he
switch
keeps me
mobile
here
now?
as a hostage.
No.
Hoping Fright.
Well, like, maybe try one of the doors?
Cannot be opened from here.
Oh, that one.
Cannot be opened from here, but there might be more this way now that's not done. Before I do that, though,
How much time do we have?
Plenty of time. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Did you not?
No, it's fine. Sure. Everything's fine. We're professional.
so
Swear to God.
So profesh.
So profesh, much yes. So, Kyle spent this entire episode running around not knowing what to do so we could push the cog up into the ceiling. Oh God!
From the very first area that we were at.
Shush.
Well, to be fair, this game does not give you many hints as to, again,
It's not spoon feeding you.
full circle, baby, full circle.
Okay. Now we're back here again.
Go to the cog room again? No, that's not the cog room, it's the sacrificial room. This is the cog room.
Okay.
Cog. Gears. Gears of War. Yeah.
We're not gonna talk about that game.
I mean, I enjoyed it when it came out. It
I didn't
was
enjoy it.
a testosterone-injected joy.
I've honestly never
It
liked
was
Gears.
different.
I never
kind
liked
of.
Gears. The camera was just broken.
I mean, I
The
don't like
camera.
third-person shooters.
It won't budge.
Is there something in the lock? No. That sucks. Well, I don't know.
Let's go to the sacrificial room
This
now.
is like one of those moments in games where you just kind of like put it down and come back to it later, and you're like, "Oh my god, how did I miss
This
this?"
is one of those games you just put it down and just play Dark Souls.
You should.
This is one of those games where you
But
put
as
it down
Eagle Raptor
and
said-
go play another game where you
as
have to
Eagle
just put
Raptor-
it down.
As Eagle Raptor said, you should never get to that point in a game.
Well, he said you should never get to a point where it's just like, oh
I'll
my
come
god.
back to you later.
Oh my god, the door. Well, because this is.
So what? You mean like a challenge? Oh man, no one wants to be challenged in a video game. That's not fun.
It's not the same thing.
It is exactly the same thing. You are at a moment in this game where you cannot find something, and it is strictly probably because you've been staring at the same type of scenery over and over and over, and you're missing a minor detail.
Like a thing in the ceiling.
Right.
It might have to go back.
Let's go this way real quick.
You know, back and check it. Check this room one more time.
I mean, now that I've activated things or done things, you know.
Just check everything.
I love how when you did activate that door, all the doors decided to close.
The pedestal has a spin.
Nope, nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing has
I
changed.
need to get glasses.
You still haven't gotten glasses yet?
No.
Preston, you talked about that like 3 months ago.
I know.
4 months ago.
I know.
You can literally just go to Walmart and be like, yo,
know.
Where should
hey,
I
bitch,
go
just
here?
give me some eyewear, yo.
I know.
Should I go that way or that way?
I'll do that tomorrow.
You say that.
Homic, are you off tomorrow?
I'm off all day, but I'm probably going to be streaming for half
Well,
the day.
before you stream...
And then Kyle and I are
let's-
going to be
Whoa,
recording
did that
Dark
door just
Souls.
open or did I just...
Before you stream, let's go to Walmart.
Go
Get me
Walmart.
glasses.
Get you glasses. You want me to force you to?
Yes. You need to be forced.
Ooh.
Ooh, in the nave again.
Forced into the nave.
Forced in the nave? Why do blonde girls have bruises around their belly buttons?
Stop it.
Because blonde guys aren't that smart either.
Time on Fright shift.
Oh, is it that time for real?
Less blonde
Yeah.
jokes.
Less boring jokes, exactly.
No, he said blonde jokes.
Blonde jokes.
Oh, blonde
Not
jokes.
boring.
I mean, they are boring.
And probably more darkness and Kyle being confused. Actually, it'll be Preston.
That'll be
this time.
Preston.
Yeah,
turn.
it probably should be me. But
What? All the forward progression.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I won't even argue that.
Let's
I
see.
don't understand. What point are we making?
I love it.
I'm Kyle.
I'm somebody.
Yeah, some asshole.
I'm the forward progression guy. Apparently.
Yeah.
I am the forward. I am the one who forward progresses.
I am Jack's forward progression.
Bye.
Alright, bye guys.
Who's Jack?
You fucking said it.
It's a reference to Fight Club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.